back to Gen Z Talk, the podcast where we talk about everything that hits close to home for young people these days.
From overthinking to overwhelming, from FOMO to full-on burnout, we divide into it all honestly and casually. I'm Shelly.
And I'm Vira. Today's episode is going to be a bit deep, but definitely important. We're talking about academic pressure.
Yep, and we won't just talk about the stress itself. We're also going to explore how Gen Z communicates, their struggles, how do we express pressure, through memes, friends to friends, or just silent breakdowns in our rooms.
Stick around because all we talk in this episode is so real. Alright, let's start with a simple but honest question. Sally, when was the last time you felt seriously stressed because of your academic stuff?
Oh, not that long ago, let me test. Actually, I had 3 assignments that the deadline at the same time, a super project from online culture, and then my Wi-Fi went down right before the deadline. I feel like I was about to explode.
Sound intense. I've had days like that too, especially with group project that end up with feeling like solo, like I'm the only one doing anything while the others goes you.
Right. And academic pressure is not just about assignment, it also comes from family expectation, pressure to perform, and comparing ourselves to others on social media.
Totally. You scroll through your feed and saw someone post grateful for the internship opportunity, and suddenly you feel like what you have been doing with your life, and later you realize that not everything online is real.
But it still gets into you that comparison trap is real and it messes with your self-worth. So academic pressure effect is not just your workload but also your emotions and mindset.
And that's valid. If you ever feel like this, please listen. You're not weak, you're only overwhelmed, and that's human. Now let's talk about something interesting. How Gen Z deals with academic pressure through communication. Spoiler is not always direct.
Exactly, have you seen TikTok or Twitter lately? Gen Z turns stress into memes, dark jokes, or burnout aesthetic videos with a sad music. Sometimes you can't tell if they are crying or joking or both.
It's kind of coping mechanism, right? Using humor or satire to express what we're actually feeling. It may look funny, but the real stress is clearly described behind it.
Yep, and a lot of us don't feel comfortable saying these things out loud, so we post video Instagram stories like tired with an emoji or make long voice notes to friends because exiting doesn't cut it out.
Others use journaling, writing on phone notes, or even creating fake Instagram accounts to vent. Everyone has their own outlet because sometimes talk to other people directly is hard.
The sad part is many of us still struggle to open up to our parents or a tutor, not because we don't want to, but because we are afraid we won't be understood.
Right? A response like, why do you feel so tired? Or why don't you just deal with it? Can shut us down. Gen Z wants to be heard first, not judged immediately.
That's why to way, no judgmental communication matters so much to use. We need safe space, not instant solution.
The good news is more and more Gen Z are becoming aware of the importance of healthy communication, like saying, I need a break, or I'm overwhelmed or loud.
Totally. And many of you are learning how to be assertive, like emailing a recruiter to ask for an extension of assignment submission deadline, politely, clearly, and with no guilty. That takes courage.
We also take creative tools to express our feeling, like mood tracker, bullet journal, or digital planner. They might look aesthetic, but they actually help us to discover our emotional clarity.
I try journaling once a week, just writing that I'm tired today help me feel seen even only by myself. It sounds simple but matters.
And let's not forget online communities, study groups, forum, or Discord channels. There's this space let us share, fan, and support one another even with strangers.
Sometimes a message like I feel the same way from someone you barely know can mean the word. It reminds you you are not alone.
So, what can we actually learn from how Gen Z communicates under academic pressure?
First, don't underestimate any feeling, maybe a cracked story or a rant. It could be someone's silent way of asking for help.
Second, let's become better listeners. We don't always need to give advice. Sometimes saying I'm all ears or that must be tough is enough.
And third, let's normalize being honest. It is okay to feel tired. It's okay to ask for support and doesn't make you weak. It's a part of self-awareness.
If you ever notice a friend act off with or withdrawn, just check in. Sometimes all she or he need is simple. Ask them, hey, are you okay? So that they feel seen. So that was our conversation on academic pressure and how Gen Z communicates through it. Hopefully, this helped you feel heard or at least remind you that what you're feeling is valid.
Yes, it's okay if you are not as strong as you want to be right now. We'll figure it out. That one day could be harder and then another day.
You don't have to carry everything all alone. There are people out there, like friends, classmates, or even strangers who felt what you're feeling too.
Yes, and we may not always have an answer, but we hope this episode reminds you you are not alone. See you in the next episode. Bye.
Lanjut ke closing. So, that was our conference.
See you in the next episode. See you in the next.
I'll tell you closing.
Oh ya, Americano.
Pulang dari sini.
Aku juga kayak gitu, astaga.